And this is where part of the American dream sucks. Hey guys! So we just got back from Tampa and the trip was really successful and it's kind of exciting, but I came to some realizations. So we went to Tampa. If you saw my last video, I showed you a packing video on how we used just personal items so that we didn't have to pay for carry-on on Spirit, and it was $350 for both of us to fly to and from Tampa. So if you haven't seen that video, check out my last one. It's in the playlist, in my Minimalism playlist. Found out that South Tampa is really, really rich. And this is where part of the American dream sucks. And it makes it a little bit harder for the average Joe. We cannot afford a single family home in South Tampa. There are really rich people there, and we are not really rich. There was a lot of mansions, and we took a walk behind our hotel, and there was this giant house, gated fence to get in, and they actually had a security guard inside the house, and you could see all the different screens, like to all the video cameras. So I mean, these people have some money and they really need to protect it or themselves. I don't know what they do for a career, but we have always laughed about the fact that, and when I say we, me and my husband, we always laughed about our American dream is to be the poorest people in the richest neighborhood, or the poorest people in the nicest neighborhood. And that's kind of what it's going to be when we move to Tampa, and we're okay with that. The only reason why we have isolated South Tampa as where we want to live really has nothing to do with, being somewhere where it's really nice or expensive. It has to do with the school system. The 2 middle schools in that area and the high school are all ranked A's. They are the best in Tampa. If you go outside of that, you're dealing with schools that are C's and D's. My son is the most important thing, and he goes to a gifted and talented school now, and I cannot uplift him and my whole family and move somewhere that is going to hurt him. And not that going to this perfect school is going to cement his success in life, but I want him to be able to do whatever he wants, and I don't want him to be limited, and I think education is part of that. But I don't think being rich and having a mansion is a part of that. So that is the one thing that then concerns me too, is that we're living in this place and these people are going to have a lot of money. And he goes to a school now where some people have money and some people don't have so much money. So it's not as big of a deal. But here, pretty much everyone is going to be rich. I mean, these people have a lot of money. That is one thing that I'm going to have to be concerned about, is making sure that my son realizes what our values are and that he is no less and less important than anyone else just because we don't bring in a 6-figure income. His friends might be driving nicer cars than his mom and dad. We might be cruising around in a Nissan or our Saturn, and the kids at school might be pulling up in Rolls Royces and Mercedes. I'm okay with that. My husband's okay with that. That's not what matters to us. What matters to us is that we're together and we're living somewhere warm where we can be active and be outside, and that we have time to spend together. So another thing is yeah, they have great big houses, but it doesn't mean that they're happier. It doesn't mean that they're unhappy either, so don't get me wrong. I'm not saying just because they have a lot of money that they're miserable, but it also doesn't mean that they're any happier. Me and my husband have discussed what it would take if we wanted to live this lifestyle, and it would mean that my husband would not be, he would have to work maybe 60 hours a week. I would have to put in more hours. We would not be able to spend time together, and that's really the point of this move, is living somewhere warm so we can be doing things together as a family, enjoying the outside, not enjoying more restaurants and fancier cars, bigger, fancier houses. Like, that is not why we're moving there, and we just got to make sure that we stay true to ourselves. The houses are extraordinary, and no, we are not going to be able to afford a single family home, which is okay. We did look at some great condos, and they're small, just what I wanted. I could go smaller, but they're around 800 square feet, which is perfect. The neighborhood, we found some vegan and vegetarian friendly places and some that are not. We went to one place, Miguel's, and we informed them that we're vegetarian. There was one thing on the menu that we could eat, and she also came back and informed us that their rice had meat in it. All of their rice had meat in it. So I've never really heard of meat in rice, but I'm guessing we probably won't go back there. But we did go to a really cute Thai place called Sweetgrass or Lemongrass, and they had great food there, and it was Thai, so very vegan friendly. We just get the vegetables with the rice, and it was really good. And then there's another place called Sweet Tomato. So the other one was Lemongrass, and this one was called Sweet Tomato, and it was like an all-you-could-eat salad buffet, which was awesome because my husband had like 4 plates of salad, which is great because usually when we go to a restaurant you get salad, they give you like this tiny little salad, even if it's a meal. But when we eat salad, we need to eat a lot of volume because there's not a lot of calories. So that's great. Both of them had all you could eat buffets, so we took advantage of that. So those are some places we found to eat. So we are living our American dream of being the poorest people in the best neighborhood. We're going to have the cheapest house in the best neighborhood. It's exactly what I want. Everything's within walking and biking distance. It is absolutely beautiful all the time. It's unfortunate though that the best school districts are in neighborhoods that are really unattainable for the average person, and that's the unfortunate part about the American dream, is that you have to spend a lot, and if you don't have a lot of money, then you are just kind of left with, whatever's available, and that might be going to a school that is not very highly rated. That's unfortunate because how can you have the American dream if you don't make a lot of money? And that means you also have to probably work way more hours, and if you're working a lot of hours, you are no longer getting to be with your family and spending that quality time like what we value. But otherwise, the vacation went really well. We saw a lot of great places with a lot of potential, and I'm really excited about this move. If you guys have any questions, if you're moving to the Tampa area or you're looking to downsize, leave me a comment below and I will get back to you. I will talk to you real soon. Bye guys. And not just upper middle class, but like upper middle class.